All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, Kahalaim La Yahweh, Bashim Yahshai, Bashim Kakudash. All right, double honors to our apostles. Peace, salutations unto the Lord's elect. Um, so, um, as we, as we understand the scriptures and come to see, um, how Lord had things play out in real life, um, you know, you, sh- you know, you begin to resent each other, the so-called black woman, so-called black man. It becomes a thing where this world has turned Jake against each other. So-called white man, you know has put in the minds of these women, they don't need you. um Here it is, the Latin man, the Latin woman, our odds in America. you know um so the Lord said that he would turn you women against you. Her that's tender and delicate, her eyes shall be evil towards the husband of her bosom. Um, but you know, as you know, as we know that these women are wicked. The majority of them. You know, um, at the end of the day, we have to remember that they're a reflection, a direct reflection or mirror image, basically, of what we are to the Lord and how we acted. If you study them and you sit there and you look and you examine the scriptures, they're just a direct reflection of you, like an image. They take on your characteristics, and they are what you are to the Most High. As the scripture say, that's your glory. Your woman's your glory. So, if you look at the other nations, obviously they're not under the curses. So, like, even ourselves, like, sometimes we go a little overboard with them. And you got to examine yourself. Because at the end of the day, it's not a good look to just constantly be, you know, I've fallen victim to that too. Like, you go a little overboard, and it becomes you know, like, just too much. And at the end of the day, when the Lord came on the scene, He wasn't really worried about, um, like, he wasn't. His ministry was more catered toward prophecy. He was, and he had compassion. He had balance. And so we can't forget that. We gotta have balance, in our teachings. Okay, so this book of Jeremiah chapter 3 and verse 1, they say, if a man shall put away his wife, and she go from him, and became another man's, shall he return unto her again? And shall not that land be greatly polluted? But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers, and yet return again to me, said the Lord. See, so um like Jake, us as Israelite men, we took the onus. All right. Yes, the scriptures say that sin entered through her, through the woman, and we all died through her. But at the end of the day, hey, you still had to follow after her, because she was the one that was deceived after the serpent. So the Most High put um the onus on the man, at the end of the day, because we're the ones that's catching the majority of the curses, and the Most High is dealing with us. So at the end of the day, um, He's not dealing with her. You know, she was just used as a way to get at you, get back at you. She's a blessing, if you do that which the Lord requires of you. But when you turn from the commandment, the Lord will turn her against you. Cause that's the way it goes. Scripture say all things, right? The Lord, He doesn't balance. So it says, Jeremiah 3:1. It says, "But thou hast played the lover with the harlot with many lovers. Yet return again unto me," said the Lord. So you know we we as a nation, starting with the men, All right, because it really starts with us. All right, we have played the harlot with many lovers. All right, let's prove that. Jeremiah the 44th chapter. All right. It says, and the first verse says, the word of the Lord that came to Jeremiah concerning all the Jews which dwell in the land of Egypt, which dwell at Migdol and at Tephnis and at Noph in the country of Pathros, saying, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, ye have seen all the evil that I have brought upon Jerusalem and upon all the cities of Judah, and behold, this day they are a desolation, and no man dwelleth therein, because of their wickedness which they have committed to provoke me to anger, and that they went to burn incense and to serve other gods whom they knew not, neither they nor your fathers, neither they ye nor your fathers. Howbeit I sent unto you all my servants the prophets, rising early and sending them, saying, Oh, do not this abominable thing that I hate. But they hearken not, nor incline their ear to turn from their wickedness to burn no incense unto other gods. It says, Wherefore my fury and my anger will pour forth, and was kindled in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem, and they are wasted and desolate as it is this day. All right. It says, Therefore, now thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, wherefore commit ye this great evil against your own souls, to cut off from you man and woman, child suckling out of Judah, to leave you none to remain, and that ye provoke me unto wrath with the works of your hands, burning incense unto other gods in the land of Egypt, whether ye be gone to dwell, that ye may cut yourselves off, that ye might be a curse and a reproach among all the nations of the earth. Have ye forgotten the wickedness of your fathers, and the wickedness of the kings of Judah, and the wickedness of your wives, and the wickedness of your own wickedness, and the wickedness of your wives, which they committed in the land of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem? They are not humbled even unto this day, neither have they feared nor walked in my law, nor in my statutes that I set before you and your fathers. So um, it says 11 verse, therefore thus said the Lord, the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, behold, I will set my face against you for evil, to cut off all of Judah, and I will take the remnant of Judah that have set their face to go into the land of Egypt to sojourn there. They shall all be consumed and fall in the land of Egypt. They shall even be consumed by the sword and the famine. They shall die from the least to the greatest by the sword and the famine, and there shall be an excretation and an astonishment and a curse and a reproach. And that's what we become. So as the Lord's woman, he said, What? You have played the harlot with many lovers, yet return thou unto me. Um, so we have this love-hate relationship with the so-called black woman, because at the end of the day, when you become mature and you've been through many tests, because we all had dealt with the so-called black woman, so you come to understand exactly what the Lord experienced, where we rebel, because the Lord said, he's fed up with you, and nobody can piss you off like your woman. Nobody could piss you off. So nobody could piss the Lord off, just like Israel, man. You know, the Most High's woman. Nobody, the Lord said he was wroth with his inheritance, Isaiah the 47th chapter. Um, it says in the fourth verse, real quick, it says, As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Bashem Ashai is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. For I was wroth with my people, and I have polluted mine inheritance, and given them unto thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy, and the ancient verily uh, thou hast very heavily laid thy yoke upon the ancient. Thou hast very heavily laid thy yoke. All right, so the Lord, Yahweh Shemashai, he was wroth with his people. He polluted his inheritance and gave them into his hands. Right. But the Lord's going to show them mercy, show his woman mercy. which is a balance, as his as we ought to have. You know what I'm saying? And when we deal with Eve, because Eve is like a direct representation of really what the Most High had to go through with you as Israelite men. Starting with the tribe of Judah, particularly, as we read here in Jeremiah 44, but at all the tribes, because we all go through, you know, but a man can, we can lawfully deal with, any of the nations, but at the end of the day, um, it's not meet to, always point at her, because at the end of the day, some of the shit it be on you too, So that's all, just balance, When you deal with balance, it's much better that way, you know. All right, because we have, we fell short, as Israelite men. That's why the Lord raising us up once more, and He's having mercy on brothers. Likewise, you're supposed to have mercy on your woman, Even though the Lord, He's seeing how polluted we were pursuing Ezekiel 16, He still had mercy on us, man. All right, Ezekiel 16 and verse 1, it says, "Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, cause Jerusalem to know her abominations, and say, Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shemashah unto Jerusalem, Thy birth and thy nativity is of the land of King, and thy father was an Amorite, thy mother was a Hittite. As for thy nativity, and in the day that thou was born, thy navel was not cut, neither was thou washed in water to supple thee, and thou was not salted at all, nor swaddled at all. No, I pity thee to do thee any of these things unto thee, to have compassion upon thee. But thou was cast out in the open field to the loathing of thy person in the day that thou was born. And when I passed by thee, I saw thee polluted in thy own blood. Um, then I said unto thee when thou was in thy blood, live. Yea, I said unto thee when thou was in thy blood, live. And I caused thee to multiply as the bud of the field, and thou was increased and waxed great. And thou art come to an excellent ornaments. And thy breasts are fashioned, and thine hair is grown, and whereas thou was naked and bare. And now when I passed by thee, I looked upon thee, and behold, thy time was a time of love, and I spread my skirt over thee, and covered thy nakedness. Yea, I swore unto thee, and entered into a covenant with thee, said the Lord power, and thou became his mind. See, so the Lord, he seen you polluted in your own blood, and the Lord had compassion on you. All right, as Israelite men, you know. So likewise, you're supposed to have for your woman at the end of the day, because she's a reflection of you, and at the end of the day, we're sent for to heal them, at the end of the day, because that's what the Lord's going to do. He's going to heal our people through His men, And sometimes, you get a little carried away, um, because she is a lot of times, but hey, so was you. You went off. The Lord said, even though 3-1, even though thou hast played the harlot with many lovers, uh, return, said the Lord. So that's how um that's how much the Lord loves us, because like we read in Jeremiah 44, you've forgotten the wickedness of your fathers, and that's your wickedness because you are your forefathers. Just like Esau is that devil that was doing that wickedness in slavery. He's that same devil today. So we're those same leaders and people that was going off back then. But the Lord left the remnant, that will be waking onto the truth, waking onto righteousness. And here it is. Even Yahweh Shai went off, because when he was Solomon, he- one of his reincarnations, he ended up worshiping idols, and making covenants with the heathen women, um, and their gods and things of that nature. So, as it says, the wickedness of the kings of Judah. Solomon was a Judite. Um, Jeremiah the 44th chapter, the wickedness. So it starts at the top, man. And we all got to take onus, man. We can't just be like, we can't always be, because it's not really funny. Like I was, I'm not gonna really go into it, but I was reading some, and Jake is just a little too. Sometimes it take a little too far, man. You gotta remember that like that. At the end of the day, that's still your woman. That's still like she's a reflection of what you are as a man. You can't really like be happy at look at her like that's a shame onto us really. So at the end of the day we fail. So hey, we gotta just take onus. A lot of times, man, Jake just take a little too far, and I fell victim to that too at times. You know what I'm saying? You get a little too mad at because nobody can piss you off like your woman can, man. Okay, nobody can piss you off. The Most High was wroth with his inheritance. That's us. We're his inheritance, the Israelite man. All right. Um, Isaiah 47 and verse 6, right? I was wroth for my people, mine inheritance, that he polluted it. Yet and still he said, what? I saw thee polluted in thy blood, Ezekiel 16:6. When I passed by thee, I saw thee polluted in thy own blood, and I said unto thee, live, yeah, and I said unto thee, when I was in thy blood, live. He told you to live, man. You know, he told you to live while disgusted, bloody and disgusted. The Lord didn't like turn his back on you, bitch. You nasty. I'm gonna go and deal with the other. Now you could deal with the other nation. But what I'm saying is, the Lord, he still loved you, even though you was polluted as us as men, starting with us. Because yes, she brought sin into the world, and she did. But when you followed after her, and you left, a bad, like here it is, Esau and all these nations, they taking over this world because of your wickedness, because of our wickedness, our own wickedness. All right. Um, so we can't forget about that. But it's balanced, it's all balanced because she's the devil too. All right. So it's all balanced, all right, because she turned her back on the Israelite man as well. So she getting judgment. And at the end of the day, we're gonna rule, but we have to as you gonna rule, you gotta take the credit. I mean, you gotta take the credit, and you also gotta take the blame. All right. That's the balance, you gotta take the credit and the blame. So anyway, it says Ezekiel 16:7, I've caused thee to multiply in the bud of the field, and thou hast increased and waxed great, and thou art become excellent, are come to excellent ornaments, thy breasts are fashioned, and thy hair is grown, and that whereas thou was naked and bare. And now when I passed by thee and looked upon thee, behold, that time was the time of love, and I spread my skirts over thee and covered thy nakedness. Yeah, I swore unto thee, because the Lord said that he said he would we without him we're naked, right? And when they disobeyed, um, he said that they were naked and their shame was seen, all right, because they were in sin. So it says, yeah, I swore unto thee and entered into a covenant with thee, and thou becamest mine, said the Lord power. Uh, then washed I thee with water. Yeah, I thoroughly washed away thy blood, and I anointed thee with oil, and I clothed thee with broidered work, and shod thee with badger skin, and girded thee about with fine linen, and covered thee with silk. And I decked thee with ornaments, and I put breastplates upon thee, bracelets like it upon thee, and a chain on thy neck, and I put a jewel on thy forehead, and earrings in thy ears, and a beautiful crown upon thy head. And thou was decked with gold and silver, and thy raiment was of fine linen and silk and broidered work. And for thou didst eat fine flour, honey, and oil, and thou was exceedingly beautiful, and thou didst prosper into a kingdom. All right, yeah, the domicile of kings, you prospered into a royal kingdom. But through the Lord having mercy on you, for being a fuck up. Jake was a fuck up. You read the scriptures, and that's how many times you fail, man. All right. But anyways, you know, The Lord, if he's dealing with us, that means he's chastising us. So we chastising us for a reason. We're in this captivity not because we was some perfect, pristine sons. You know what I'm saying? We we're over here atoning. All right, scripture say, "I bear the indignation of the Lord, uh, because I sinned against him." And your woman being a demon against you is a indignation. That doesn't mean you got to deal with her. You could do what you want to do. Um, but I'm just saying, at the end of the day, a lot of the times, even your woman that you get, whatever, they're all gonna be demons because that's what the Lord said. Because all these women really belong to us. So the Lord bugged them out. You can't escape the curses. Your woman's gonna do some bullshit. I don't care if you the most rich dude or most. She's always gonna do. It's always some type of trickery game. But that's how the Lord you dealt with the Lord. He forgave you many times. And you just you kept doing some bullshit behind his back. And that's talking to the Israelite man. At first and foremost. Because we're the ones the Lord's really dealing with. He created everything for our sake. Likewise, you shit the bed as it were. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta atone, man. You gotta that's one of the pills, the hard pills to swallow. You know what I mean? Your woman is a damn demon. All right. But it doesn't do us no good to continue to like add on to the, fire, if you will. Sometimes you Jake add too much onto the fire. So it's not a good look. Like the nations are looking at us like what. I mean, like, in our kingdom, of course, none of these things are gonna happen. But here in Babylon, we have to, get on them the way we do, sometimes. But it's all about balance at the end of the day. So like the Lord had with us, He put us in captivity but He gave us balance. We can still do our thing, whatever. We ain't under the shackle, that bad. Like we were in hardcore bondage. But the Lord's coming to deliver us and put us back in our rightful place. It said here, it says, "That was decked with gold, silver, and thy raiment was of fine linen and silk embroidered work." That's a bride adorned for her husband. Scripture say, as a bride. Let me get that too. As a bride, New Jerusalem, as a bride adorned. Because Lord will clean you up, give you a new body, and then you'll be fit to be a wife again, right? Because here it is. That's how a wife is supposed to be a virgin, right? Lord said we're, um, he gonna make us new again, you know. So we're gonna enter into that new covenant, you know. It says Revelation 21 and 1, and I saw new heaven and new earth. For the first heaven was passed away. The first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. All right, so we the bride adorned for her husband. That was here. You know what I'm saying? Ezekiel 16 and 13 says, "And thou didst prosper into a kingdom, this new kingdom, and thy renown went forth amongst the heathen for thy beauty. For it was perfect through my comeliness, which I have put on thee," said the Lord power. But thou didst trust in thy own beauty. See, Jacob, we're not going to trust in our own beauty anymore, or play the harlot because of our renown. And thou pourest out thy fornications on everyone that passed by. His it was. So when you read Lamentations, the second chapter, it says that the Lord had covered the beauty of the daughters of Zion. Right. It says, "How had the Lord covered the daughter of Zion with a cloud in His anger, and cast down from heaven onto the earth the beauty of Israel, and remember not His footstool in the day of His anger." All right. For the Lord have what? Like I said, the fifth verse, the Lord the Lord was an enemy. He swallowed up Israel, has swallowed up all her palaces. He have destroyed his strongholds. All right. And hath increased in the daughter of Judah mourning and lamentation. And he have violently taking away his tabernacles. All right, which he took away the tabernacle of David, which he's restoring as it was in yesteryear. All right. Now it says, as if it were of a garden, and have destroyed his palaces of the assembly. The Lord have caused the solemn feasts and Sabbaths to be forgotten in Zion, and have despised in the because right now, there's only a few Israelites that keep the high holy days, or the feast days and all that, the right way. It's a small assembly, It's not it's not common knowledge. They going throughout their lives, they ain't considering they're Israelites. So that's been forgotten in Zion and have despised in the nation of his anger. It says in Judges 5:11, to rehearse the righteous acts. Only a few is rehearsing the righteous acts. So it says the seventh verse, the Lord hath cast off his altar, and he abhorred his sanctuary, and has given up into the hand of the enemy the walls of her palaces, and they have made a noise in the house of the Most High, as in the day of the solemn feast. For the Lord had purposed to destroy the wall of the daughter of Zion. That's right. The daughter of Zion, the wall, the protection is gone, literally, man. You know, he had so here it is, like, they could come in there to take your woman. That's why she ain't got no walls. You know what I'm saying? They go out there, do what they want to do. But it's a sad thing, That's a sad thing. And when this devil could defeat you through your own demise, because you fallen from your grace, as it were, from the Most High. But now you've been given a chance of redemption. You know, that's the ministry of reconciliation. Now it says, Lamentations 2 and verse 8. For the Lord hath purposed to destroy the wall, the daughter of Zion. He hath stretched out a line, and he hath not withdrawn his hand from destroying. Therefore he hath made the rampart and the wall to lament. They languish together. Her gates are sunk into the ground. And if he had destroyed and broken her bars, her king and her princes are among the Gentiles. That's right. Scattered amongst the Gentiles. The law is no more. Her prophets also find no vision from the Most High. Yeah, only a few. Okay, because the Lord said that he will raise up many false prophets in Israel. You know, okay. The Lord said, "I deceived that prophet. If the Lord have deceived that prophet, because he have lying spirits out there. So why? Because Jake is full of evil. Our people are full of the curses. But the Lord raised up his men now in the latter days. Lamentations 2:10. The elders of the daughters of Zion sit upon the ground and keep silence. They have cast dust upon their heads. They have girded themselves with sackcloth. The virgins of Jerusalem hang down their heads to the ground. Yeah, look at these young women. They got their heads down. A lot of them. They're falling from grace. From what they truly are. Most all of them. Damn near. The only ones that are decent. Few and far between. The Lord put the spirit on them to be kind of all right, but still there be some Jesus follower or something, which is off. But at the end of the day, that's a reflection of you, because you look at most Jake men and they're just destroyed. They're gone. They're a little, and that's the thing the Most High did, according to his anger. He polluted his inheritance again. Isaiah 47 and verse 6. But the Lord is going to heal our people, man. You know, it says Lamentation 2:11. My eyes do fail with tears. It said my bowels are troubled. My liver is poured upon the earth for the destruction of the daughter of my people. Okay, because the children and the sucklings swoon in the streets of the city. They say to their mothers, "Where is the corn and the wine?" And when do they swooned as the wound in the streets of the city, when their soul was poured out in their mother's bosom. What thing shall I take to witness for thee? What thing shall I liken to thee, O daughter of Jerusalem? What shall I equal to thee, that I may comfort thee, O virgin daughter of Zion? For thy breach is great, um, like the sea. Who can heal thee? Yeah, the wound, all right, is great. Because here it is, you got a gulf between the black woman and the black man, so called, the Latin woman and the Latin man, so called, the Gadite and the Gadite woman, so called. These are enmity. The Lord said He put between the woman, obviously the seed of the woman, the seed of the serpent. Talking about, but like there's an enmity as well between. You do shit. You know what I mean? And you gotta be cognizant of these things, because Scripture say, "Be not a lion in thy own house." And at the end of the day, the Lord, He's gonna give us this earth again, and we're gonna rule it with equity. You know, we're gonna rule it with equity and wisdom. You know that we lost through disobedience to our husband. That's why these women are disobedient. These women are disobedient, man, to you. In this world, all right, they're contrary. You know, but it says Lamentations chapter 2 and verse 13. O daughter, what shall I equal to thee? How may I comfort thee, O virgin daughter of Zion? For thy breach is great like the sea, and who can heal thee? Thy prophets have seen in vain and foolish things for thee. They have not discovered thy iniquity, turn away thy captivity, but have seen for thee false burdens and cause of banishment. And all that pass by clap their hands at thee, and they hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, Is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? All thy enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash their teeth. And they say, We have swallowed her up. Certainly, this is the day that we look for. We have found and we have seen it. So it says, The Lord have done this which He had devised. The Lord devised that division between you and your woman. You know, but as He forgave you, you know what I'm saying, you gotta forgive her ass, at the end of the day. No, that doesn't mean you gotta deal with her, but at the end of the day, uh, they're gonna be given to us in their proper context, not how they are here, but it's the Lord's prerogative, you know, um, to give us that kingdom. It's the Lord's goodwill or good pleasure, as it says, and that's gonna come with them, in their right mind. But that's the mercy of the Lord, that He had upon us first and foremost, you know, as His woman, as the Lord loved the church. Ephesians, matter of fact, I get Ephesians the fifth chapter. It says 21st verse says, submitting yourselves one another to another in the fear of the Most High. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands, as unto the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Yahushua is the head of the church, and He is the Savior of the body. Um, it says, therefore, as the church is subject unto Yahushua, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything. Husband, love your wives, even as Yahushua also loved the church. All right. Start with the Israelite man, right? That's the call, that one. All right. That's who He gave Himself up for. And that's also who He chastised and put in captivity. All right. Because the Lord say it pleased Him to bruise His own son. So He also bruised his other sons, which would be us. We got bruised too. You know, you got bruised. You experienced the bruising. You know, but He said He'll heal. You know, so husband, love your wives, and Yahushua love the church. Ephesians 5:25. As even as Yahushua also loved the church and gave Himself for it, that He might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word, that He might sprinkle it to Himself a glorious church, not having spots or wrinkles or any such thing, but that it should be holy and without blemishes. So ought men to love their wives as their own bodies. He that love his wife love himself. For no man ever yet hate his own flesh, but nourisheth and cherisheth it, even as the Lord the church. Okay, so we we are they are flesh and blood at the end of the day. So at the end of the day, they belong to you. So you can't hate your own flesh, even though they are the you could deal what you want to you could do what you want to do, but you have to have that love for it. 'Cause at the end of the day, the Lord, he subjected these women under us, man. Um, like I've dealt with a lot of sisters, man, and a lot of them been cool, So that's for that's the balance, The Most High, he gonna give a damn serpent to a foul spirit, man. You know, because at the end of the day, she's gonna be the Lord's gonna uh like program or move her spirit according to your spirit. That's how it's gonna go. Especially when you start dealing with her, on the physical tip. She take on your spirit, man. So you end up training her in your ways, because she got to learn. Because Lord said He deprived her of wisdom, so she got to learn the way from you. You know. Um. So, anyways, it says Isaiah chapter 50, and verse 1. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yashai, where is the bill of your mother's divorcement, whom I put away? Or which of my creditors is it whom I have sold you? Behold, your iniquities have ye for your iniquities have ye sold yourselves, and for your transgressions is your mother put away. For your own wickedness, your mama's a hoe. In other words, for your own wickedness, you are in the situation that you're in. Your woman is not a submissive virgin at when you meet her because you wasn't a submissive virgin to the Most High. So that's the Lord having a just balance, and also a sense of humor, because the Lord, He knows how to get you. He won't let you do nothing. He won't really let her do anything to you. Still survive, but you catching hell through her ass. Like, she's not gonna murder you. I mean, yeah, she does murder a lot of these dumbass jakes that don't know how to deal with her, because you gotta know how to charm the serpent. Not just but now, but the scriptures say, the who shall pity a charmer that coming down wild beasts? All right. All these damn women are wild beasts. All right. Okay. So you're gonna get bitten if you don't know how to play the game with her ass, because she is just she's a ticking time bomb at the end of the day, most of them. But the Lord will give you that power to, like, domesticate her, man. Like, that's the spirit, man. Because the hedge, the scripture say, Sirach 36 and 24, where there's no hedge, the possession is spoiled. She's been spoiled by this world, so you're gonna have to be the hedge, for her to not be spoiled, man. The Lord said what in Isaiah the 4th chapter, they're gonna come saying, take away our reproach. They have reproach upon them, man. You know, take take away our reproach, man. Okay, we'll get the word reproach. Oh, real quick, reflection as well. I had that pulled up there. I forgot to read it. Um, reflection. It says a reflection is the action of throwing back light or heat. Um, you get what you put out there. The Most High, you gave the Most High this animosity and all this, and the Most High gave back to you. All right. It says a reflection, a bending back. Okay. To bend back, backwards, turn away, meaning an image reproduced by the action of a mirror, turning of the thought back upon past experiences, repercussions for. It says a remark made after turning one's back on a subject. Yeah, so the word reproach as well. It says reproach, charged with a false censor, severely be ill, speak ill of, revile, be abused. See, so the Lord said we're going to take away their reproach, meaning their severe censorship they got on their heads. All right, the charge they've been charged. They got a lot of all them demons you see on them. That's the Most High. Basically like judging them. Because all the things that they go through, the chaotic life. But you are the hedge of that chaotic life. Without you, they got a chaotic life, man. because you're the pillar. Right? The Lord said, "The man that overcome," Revelation 3:12. Where I make a pillar in the temple of my God. So the man is that pillar. You know, and there's a few pillars. You know, the Lord said 144,000 pillars. That's all. That's all that exists, man. And then the 1/3, you know, but the rest are just demons. You know, the Most High. You know, He said they're born in vain. You know, so the inhabitants of the earth are burnt, and few men left. The Lord has left few men. Isaiah the 24th chapter that are capable of domesticating these women. All right, through the Spirit of the Lord. Did not the Lord say in Luke the 10th chapter? He said, "You will tread upon serpents and all the power of the enemy, and and nothing shall by any means hurt you, including her ass. She ain't gonna hurt you. You're gonna be able to tame her, man, and get her to submit to thy will." All right. So Ephesians 5 and verse um 28. So ought men to love their wives of their own bodies, and he that love his wife love himself. For no man ever hated his own flesh, but nourisheth and cherisheth it, even as the Lord the church. All right. So Isaiah chapter 50 and verse 1, it says, "Behold, your iniquities have sold yourselves, and for your transgression is your mother put away. Wherefore, when I came, was there no man? When I called, was there none to answer? Is my hand shortened at all that it cannot redeem? So like it, but have I no power to deliver? Behold, at my rebuke I drive the sea, and I make the rivers a wilderness. Their fish thinketh because there's no water, and they die for thirst. I clothe the heavens with blackness, and I make sackcloth their covering. And I, the Lord Yahweh uh, have given the Lord Yahweh have given me the tongue of the learned, that I should know how to speak a word in due season to him that's weary. And he wakened morning by morning, and he wakeneth mine ear to hear as the learnt. For the Lord Yahweh had opened my ear, and I was not rebellious, neither turned away my back. And I gave my back to the smiters, and my cheeks to them that plucked off the hair, and I hid not myself from shame and spitting. For the Lord Yahweh will help me, therefore shall I not be confounded. Therefore I have set my face like a flint, and I know that I shall not be ashamed. And he is near that justified me. Yeah, because the Lord is here to near to come. Who will contend with me? Let us stand together. Who is my adversary? Let him come near to me. Behold, the Most High Yahweh will help me. For who is he that shall condemn me? Lo, they shall all wax old as a garment. The moth shall eat them up. Who is among you that feareth the Lord, that observeth the voice, that obeyeth the voice, like it, of his servant, that walketh in darkness and have no light? Let him trust in the name of the Most High Yahweh and stay upon his power. Behold, uh, all ye that kindle a fire, that can pass yourselves about with sparks, walk in the light of your fire, and the sparks that ye have kindled. This shall ye have on my hand, and ye shall lie down in sorrow. Hey, so yeah, the Most High, at the end of the day, he was wrought for his inheritance, right? But he gave us his this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to watch over his inheritance. You know what I'm saying? To heal the broken heart. He said, uh, cover the sick, cleanse the leper, heal the sick, cleanse the leper, cast out devils. And these people got devils on them, man. And the Most High, he'll put you in situations, man. You gotta deal with some of these people, man. But at the end of the day, you end up casting out devils out of them. You know, that happened with women. That happened with random people that you meet. You end up being friends with them. Then you end up teaching them the truth. That's happened. You know, so these things transpire for reasons. You know, you gotta be spiritual because these people are they're just spirits. You know, that have no understanding. You know, how shall they see without or hear without a preacher? You know, like the Ethiopian eunuch said. You know, how shall I understand unless uh, some man teach me? And keyword a man. All right, keyword. Okay, so Ecclesiasticus 4:1. So my son, defraud not the poor of his living, and make not the needy eyes to wait long. Okay, make not a hungry soul sorrowful, neither provoke a man in his distress. Okay, add not more trouble to a heart that's vexed, and defer not to give him that is in need. and reject not the supplication of the afflicted, neither turn away thy face from the poor man. It says, turn not away thy eye from the needy, and give him none occasion to curse thee. For if he curse thee in the bitterness of his soul, his prayer shall be heard of him that made him. Get thyself the love of the congregation, and bow thy head to a great man. Okay, so it says, let not grieve thee to bow thine ear to the poor, and give him a friendly answer with meekness. Deliver him that suffereth wrong from the hands of the oppressor, and be not faint-hearted when thou sittest in judgment. All right, and these are things that um, it may not be popular to. Not saying that because you know you get a lot of views and stuff like that if you just you shit on if you're shitting on your woman and stuff like that. A lot of people, they like to see that. Which at the end of the day, we all feel to that. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna try to refrain from adding to the fire myself. That's all. Um, but because so it's all spiritual, and the scripture say, "Let all things be done to edification." And sometimes all that stuff is not necessarily edifying. It's just like for a laugh. And it comes from a place of hurt. And we all been hurt by this damn devil. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, we've all been hurt, man. In one way or another, she disobeyed you or did some shit. Which ultimately, that's the Lord getting you back. Get your lick back, my son. Get your lick back. All right, this is how you feel, right? All right, I take it and then move on. I'll make her submit to you, my son. Don't worry about that. Okay, just worry about doing my work, doing my will, and shutting the fuck up from time to time. Yeah, because sometimes, man, we need to listen to what the Lord is saying, man. Our people, you get a little too, all of us, the script says, hear what the Spirit is saying to the churches, man. Because all this noise in the world causing them to hear this scripture say, keep thy foot when I goest to the house of the Most High. Be ready to hear, then to give the sacrifice of fools. And our people, um, they are of dull hearing. All right. So it says, Sirach 4 and verse 10, it says, be as a father unto the fatherless, and instead of a husband unto their mother, so thou shalt be the son of the Most High, and he shall love thee more than thy mother doeth. All right. The Most High love you more than your mother doeth. All right. You, you know what I'm saying? Because you being a husband to their mother and a father unto the fatherless. All right. These broken people. All right. That's the Israelites. All right. A polluted people. But a special people, man, unto the Lord. All right. Ezekiel 20 and verse 30. Wherefore say unto the Most High, say unto the house of Israel, thus say to the Most High, are ye polluted after the manner of your fathers, and commit ye whoredom after their abominations? For when you offer your gifts, when ye make your sons to pass through the fire, ye pollute yourselves with all your idols, even unto this day. And shall I be inquired by you, O house of Israel? As I live, it saith the Lord power, I will not be inquired of by you. And that which cometh into your mind shall not be at all, that ye shall say, we will be as the heathen, as the families of the countries to serve wood and stone. As I live, saith the Lord, surely with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm, with fury poured out, will I rule over you. And I will bring you out from the people, and will gather you out the countries when you are scattered with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm, with fury poured out. And I will bring you into the wilderness of the people, and there will I plead with you face to face, like I pleaded with your fathers in the wilderness of the land of Egypt. So will I plead with you, saith the Lord power, and I will cause you to pass under the rod, and I will bring you in the bond of the covenant. And I will purge amongst you the rebels, from amongst you the rebels. And them that transgress against me, I will bring them forth out the country where they sojourn, and they shall not enter into the land of Israel, and you shall know that I'm the Lord power. Yeah, that's right. 2/3 be cut off and die. All right. Not everyone's gonna see the promised land on this side, until they come back in the kingdom. That's how the Lord uh deal with his mercy. He ain't gonna have you burning in hell forever, contrary to the demon's opinion. So anyway, it says Ezekiel 20 and verse 39. It says, "As for you, O house of Israel, thus said the Lord power, go ye everyone from his idols, and hereafter, if ye will not hearken unto me, but pollute ye my holy name no more with your gifts and with your idols. For in my holy mountain and in the height of the mountain of Israel, say the Lord power, they shall all the house of Israel and all of them in the land serve me. There will I accept them, and there will I require your offerings, and the first fruit of your oblations with all your holy things. And I will accept you with sweet savor when I bring you out from the people and gather you out the countries wherein ye have been scattered, and I will be sanctified in you before the heathen. When in Ezekiel 16 and 6, you were polluted in your own blood. All right. Um, so it says, Ezekiel chapter 43 and verse 1, it says, "Afterward he brought me to the gate, even the gate that looketh towards the east. And behold, the glory of the most high power of Israel came from the way of the east, and his voice was like a noise of many waters, and the earth shined with his glory. And it was according to the appearance of the vision which I saw, even according to the vision that I saw when I came to destroy the city. And the visions were like the vision that I saw by the river Karib, Kabar, Salaki. And I fell upon my face, and the glory of the Lord Yahweh by Shemashah came into the house by the way of the gate, which prospect is towards the east. So the Spirit took me up and brought me into the inner court, and behold, and the inner court only an Israelite could dwell in the inner court. Uh, Ezekiel, only an elect man, Israel, could go to the inner court. Okay, because the heathen, you got people saying that the prophets were heathens. All right. Okay, so it says the Spirit took me up and brought me into the inner court, and behold, the glory of the Lord filled the house. And I heard him speaking unto me out of the house, and the man stood by me. Okay, he said unto me, Son of man, the place of my throne and the place of the soles of my feet, where I will dwell, is in the midst of the children of Israel forever. And my holy name shall the house of Israel no more defile. Ezekiel 16:6. You're no more going to be defiled in your blood. All right. Neither they nor their kings, nor by their whoredoms, their kings, which committed whoredoms, nor by their carcasses of their kings in their high places, and their setting of their threshold by my thresholds, and their post by my post, and the wall between me and they uh, have even defiled my holy name by the abominations that they have committed. Wherefore I have consumed them in my anger. Now let them now let them put away their whoredoms and the carcasses of their kings far from me, and I will dwell in the midst of them forevermore. Thou son of man, show this to the house of Israel, that they may be ashamed of their iniquities. Let them measure the pattern. All right. And if they be ashamed of all that they have done, show them the form of the house and the fashion thereof, and the goings out thereof, and the comings in thereof, and the forms thereof, and all the ordinances thereof, and all the forms thereof, and all the laws thereof. Only the elect are able to be ashamed so that they can see what's going on. Right, the Lord showing, right, the ordinances. He's showing forth, right? Show this iniquity so that they may be ashamed. The scripture say repent, that means go back to sorrow, which means go back to understanding. All right. The house of mourning is the house of understanding. The house of mirth is the house of fools. The scripture say the heart of the fool is in the house of mirth. Okay, so it says all the ordinances thereof and the forms thereof and the laws thereof, write it in their sight, that they may keep the whole form thereof and all the ordinances thereof and do them. And this is the law of the house. Upon the top of the mountain, the whole limit thereof round about shall be most holy. And behold, this is the law of the house. All right, so it says Isaiah chapter 52 and verse 1 said, Awake, awake, and put on that strength, O Zion, and put on that beautiful garments, O Jerusalem, the holy city. For henceforth there shall no more come unto thee the uncircumcised and the unclean. All right, so none of our people, scripture say, Isaiah 16:21, all thy people shall be righteous. Shake thyself from the dust, and arise and sit down, O Jerusalem. Loose thyself from the bands of thy neck, O captive daughter of Zion. For thus saith the Lord, ye have sold yourselves for naught, and ye shall be redeemed without money. For thus saith the Lord, my people went down aforetime in Egypt to sojourn, and the Assyrian oppressed them without cause. so-called white man came over here, all right, brought us over here. The Assyrian, as he is in Isaiah the 10th chapter, the rod of his indignation. All right. Um. Now, therefore, what have I here, said the Lord, that my people is taken away for naught, that they that rule over them make them to howl, said the Lord, and my name continually every day is blasphemed. All right, through the continual whoredoms of his people. Therefore, my people shall know my name. All right, they know. Therefore, they shall know that in that day that I am he that doth speak. Behold, it is I. How beautiful upon the mountains are the feet of him that bringeth good tidings, that publisheth peace, that bringeth good tidings. Of good that publishes salvation, that saith unto Zion, thy God reigneth. Thy watchmen shall lift up the voice, with the voice together shall they sing new song, which no man can learn except the 144,000, which were redeemed from the earth. For they shall see eye to eye when the Lord shall bring again Zion, and break forth into joy, and sing together, ye waste places of Jerusalem, for the Lord hath comforted his people, and he hath redeemed Jerusalem. For the Lord hath made bare his holy arm in the eyes of all the nations, and the ends of the earth shall see the salvation of our power. Depart ye, go ye out from thence, touch no unclean thing, go ye out in the midst of her, and be ye clean, that they that bear the vessels of the Most High. For ye shall not go without haste, nor go by flight, for the Lord Yahweh Shemashai will go before you, and the Most High Power of Israel will be your rewarder. And behold, my servants shall deal prudently. My servants shall deal prudently. He shall be exalted and be very high. As many were astonished at thee, his visage was so marred more than any man, and his form more than the sons of men. So he shall sprinkle many nations, and the kings shall shut their mouths at him. For that which had not been told them shall they see, and that which they had not heard shall they consider. And they shall consider that the prophet has been amongst them, pursuing the Ezekiel 33 and 33. All right, so with that, they call him like Howell Bashem, Yahshai Bashem, Kakodash. All right, the Lord gave his life for the church, whom he loved, which is his woman. All right. So with that, they call him like Howell Bashem, Yahshai Bashem, Kakodash, and so on. On to the Lord's elect. Shalom.